Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve their dreams while others remain stuck in their daily routines? What makes the difference? Is it merely luck, or is there a more profound secret behind it? Consider this story about a man named John. John was an ordinary man with an ordinary job, living an ordinary life. But one day, he decided to make a radical change. He was tired of his mundane routine and yearned for something more. So, he set a goal for himself, to become a successful entrepreneur. Now, John had no business background, but he had something far more powerful: the burning desire to succeed and the willingness to work tirelessly towards his goal. Fast forward 5 years later, John is now the proud owner of a thriving business. How did he do it? The answer is simple: motivation. John had a compelling reason to change his life, so he found the motivation to overcome every obstacle that came his way. Motivation, as seen in John's story, is not some mystical force that comes and goes as it pleases. It is a conscious choice, a decision to strive for something greater. It is the fuel that drives us towards our goals and ambitions. But where does this motivation come from? It's different for everyone. For some, it might come from a desire to prove themselves. For others, it may be a dream they've held since childhood. And for some, motivation might stem from a pivotal life event that sparks a desire for change. Take, for instance, the story of Jane. Jane was a single mother who struggled to make ends meet. She worked 2 jobs and barely had time for her children. But one day, she looked at her children and realized that she wanted to give them a better life. This desire became her motivation. She went back to school, earned a degree, and started a successful career. Jane's motivation came from her love for her children and her desire to provide for them. Motivation is the driving force behind every success story. But remember, motivation alone is not enough. It needs to be paired with action. Without action, motivation is just a dream. But with action, it becomes a reality. To conclude, let's recap the main points. First, motivation is a conscious choice. It's about finding your why, your reason to strive for something greater. Second, motivation comes from various sources. It could be a personal goal, a dream, or a life event. Finally, motivation needs to be paired with action. Without action, motivation remains a mere dream. So, if you ever find yourself stuck in a rut, remember John and Jane's stories. Find your why, your reason to push forward. And once you find it, don't just dream about it, act on it. Because motivation, when paired with action, can turn the ordinary into extraordinary.